Welcome everyone to the RTV studios here at Martinsville High School for Inside Martinsville Football here on WREP 15 Sports and the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. I'm your host Eric Meyer, joined as always by Artesian head coach Brian Duggar. The Artesians, a tough game on the road on Friday night against a very good Decatur Central ball club. And Decatur, after a very close first half, ends up pulling away and coming away with a victory.
Yeah, Decatur's a really good team. They've got a couple really special players, and we played well for the first half. I really liked our fight, and I really liked the way we executed in the second half. Injuries started piling up for us a little bit, but they started making some plays too.
That first half of play, like you mentioned, very close going into the locker room, 16-14, and really early on they had some opportunities to kind of get a couple of scores on, but your defense did well and offense able to strike and, like we say, keep it close there in that first half of play.
Yeah, I thought our defense played a really good first half. They did a good job of limiting some of the damage. We put them in some bad spots. In the second quarter, the offense got rolling a little bit. We kind of started clicking on some stuff and had two really good drives before the half. Made it 16-14, and I thought our kids played really well. I want us to get to the point where that's the expectation, not that we're proud of playing with Decatur, but that we're playing with them for a full game.
That second half, you had some injuries on the defensive side. I think maybe 2 or 3 starters that were out, and that obviously had something to do it. Was there anything that they did different? I know they did some wildcat with Javon, but was there anything else that they did a little bit different that kind of helped them?
I think that's one thing they did was they put the ball in Javon's hands right now. That was something, rather than putting him at receiver and throwing the ball, they were going to run jets with him. They were going to put him in the backfield, quarterback. They put it in his hands right now, and I thought that made a big difference.
Difficult to be able to, obviously, you prepare for that a little bit, but you can't simulate that in practice.
Yeah, exactly. You can't simulate the speed and just what he can do.
Martinsville comes away close at half, like we said, 16-14 before Decatur pulls away for the victory. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights from the contest against Decatur Central on Friday night. We'll start here on offense, first half of play with Tyler Atkins with the football.
Yeah, Tyler took a beating. They did a good job getting after him. We threw the ball quite a bit, and just about every play it seemed like they had some pressure on him. But we did a good job of executing and taking what they gave us. I thought his completion percentage was really good. I think he was up in the 70s. Just a good overall night as far as take what they give us. Couple mistakes here and there, but for the most part, I thought he had a solid night. And we made this first drive. We came out, we looked pretty good. And then we kind of just hit the wall and made a bad decision, really, to kind of end the drive.
Defensively able to get a turnover here.
Again, that's like the type of plays that our defense was making us early on to keep us in the game, kind of keep us there until our offense kind of got clicking a little bit. Nick Crone did. Bryce Norton came in there in a big play, and Nick Crone finishes it up. Austin had another good game. I thought he ran hard. They were giving us, they were really good up front, so we struggled to run the ball a little bit. But some of what they were giving us was looks that we were prepared to throw the ball on. They liked to play man coverage, and we knew we were going to have to win some, and I felt like we did.
Now today, coming in, had you seen them go to that wildcat formation quite a bit this year? Was that kind of a little bit new?
Not a ton. We'd seen it, but not as much as they ran it against us. We saw it a little bit on film, but not a ton.
Obviously, when he was in middle school, they ran that. He was kind of the quarterback there for them, but hadn't seen him in that quarterback spot for quite some time.
The quarterback got a little ding on his hand, and like I said, I also feel like they were trying to just get the ball in his hands right now rather than trying to throw it to him, because the first half they seemed to try to get the ball out wide to him, and I thought they kind of switched that up a little bit. This is one of our drives here. We kind of got clicking a little bit. Tyler does a really good job getting the ball out, Garrett and Chase and those guys, and I think Trevor Hott had a couple catches as well, and even Cheatham had a couple on this drive as well. And we just, kind of nickeled and dimed him down the field and took a shot finally and paid off pretty well. We really just took what they give us this whole drive, and it was a great drive.
It's one of the things, too, that they're able to do. You have some big play potential, and why coaches always love that home run hitter, that big play potential, because especially against a team like that, when you've got to execute on so many downs and so many plays, sometimes there's mistakes and sometimes the other team just makes plays. That's a great play right there by Chase.
That's a great pitch and catch there. Yeah. Great play by Chase against a really good player. Great ball by Tyler. Just, we kind of set it up a few plays in a row and kind of came back to a look that we thought we might be able to get over the top, and we were able to do that. So big play there.
Defense here trying to keep them out of the end zone.
And I think this is our second drive here at the end of the half, kind of 2-minute look here a little bit. kind of, again, just take what they give us and kind of get some one-on-one matchups we thought we could win. Even though Javon's a phenomenal player, we still thought Chase could win some of those. And this our play game. We thought big fourth down pickup. Trevor Hott breaks tackle, runs down, kind of sets us up for another score. I think we score on the next play to Garrett. Just, good answer before the half. Again, this makes it 16-14. We're right there. We're playing with them. Can't be satisfied with that, but we like that's where we want to put ourselves. We want to be in that position.
Is that same play from the other side, just to flip flop? Or
no, it's different
similar?
play.
Right.
Yeah, just different play. One of them's from the play on the Chase scores on from our kind of a wheel route for number 2, and then that was kind of a corner route for number 3 there. Again, like I said, we thought Chase had a really good night, and thought Tyler did a good job just taking what they gave us, not trying to force anything, find your matchup, and we'll just nickel and dime them, and that could kind of open up some things later on. But I thought we did a good job of that, just didn't do enough of it.
And also some turnovers jump up again and kind of bite you guys a little bit, and then they take advantage of those things.
It's kind of
as well.
been the story, hasn't it? If we take care of the ball, we score. If we don't, we struggle. And again, it's pretty standard to say, but here you see all these chunk plays, 8-9 yards, 8-9 yards. So if we're taking care of the ball, we're going to keep moving it. But when we don't, that stops drives and things aren't as good.
A couple of big plays for them as well in the special teams category with blocked punts.
Yeah, our punt team, again, injuries kind of didn't help anything there. We had 3 new guys on the front line there, and we didn't execute the way we needed to. So that was a little disappointing in that regard. So we go back to the drawing board, coach it up again this week, get it fixed, and hopefully that's not an issue moving forward.
Stop there on the defensive side of the football there. Here, getting late in this one. Again, Austin Fry, nice run up the middle there. I think this will be it on the highlights. You mentioned the injury front coming in as well. You get back to practice this week. I know you don't want to give away too much like the Colts, but how are the things going injury-wise? You got kids back there.
We're getting healthy. We're getting healthy. We got guys that are coming back to practice and guys that are going through protocols, but I feel like we're getting healthy.
A day-by-day thing,
Yep.
Coach Frank Reich will
few
say.
Game time decisions.
Game
for sure.
time decisions. Well, you just don't have to reveal it like the Colts do
Yeah,
because it
injury
doesn't have
reports,
anything to injury reports there. So, but kids back at it again this week. It's a big week because it's homecoming. You've got Franklin coming in as well. How have the kids responded, like we said, this week?
I think we've had a great week of practice. One of the things we really talked to the kids about after the game was we've done an average job at practice, meaning we're playing a lot like we're practicing. We practice great in spurts, but then we're not great in other spurts, and that kind of showed Friday night. We were really, really lights out in the second quarter. Third quarter, not so much. Fourth quarter, a little bit, kind of up and down. So we've really stressed to the kids that let's practice like we're going to play, and we've done a good job of that this week. We've had a really good week of practice.
Good week of practice. It's homecoming week this week as well. You'll have the pep session on Friday. Then Franklin comes to town. It's a mid-state conference matchup. It's a Franklin team that struggled a little bit here this week, but then all of a sudden they get a big win last week over Whiteland, and so you all of a sudden kind of open your eyes a little bit.
Well, I think part of their thing is they've played a heck of a schedule. They've played 2 teams that were in the semi-state championship last year, so Danville and Mount Vernon are no slouches. And then Perry Meridian's a lot better this year than they've been the last few years. Coach Cooper's doing a great job. And then Whiteland's no slouch, and they beat Whiteland. So we're going to prepare like they're the team that they always are. And Chris Cole does a great job of making sure that they're fundamentally sound and they're a well-coached football team and execute well. And that's what we expect on Friday night from them.
Coach Cole had been splitting the carries with his backfield between 2 backs with the Shepherd, the junior, and then the senior runner as well that got all the carries last week. Yeah. So you guys have to kind of adjust to that, or 2 different styles of runners that you've seen on tape?
Well, I think we got to prepare for what they're doing. I mean, if that makes sense at all. It's kind of random statement, but I think they're kind of trying to figure out their identity a little bit, and I think they may have found it Friday night with giving the ball 40 times to one kid. Kind of shows you where you're going a little bit. So we're gonna prepare for their offense the way we always do, but I have a feeling we know where they're going to hang their hat at.
A lot of times that you're going to carry the ball a lot out of that offense with Coach Cole, but they've also started to air it out a little bit. They've got a kid that's more known for baseball that's playing out there at wideout, and Max Clark, one of the best, if not the top recruit in the country
Yeah.
in baseball. So athletic. He's come back the last 2 weeks, and he's provided him a punch in the passing game.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
he's a really good football player. There's not much else to say about it. I mean, he's a good athlete. He does everything you'd want out of a multi-sport athlete, and he gives them a little spark. And we're going to have to contain him just like we're going to have to contain their run game.
Containing the passing, containing the run. What does Coach Cole like to do schematically on that offensive
You know,
side of the ball?
it's kind of ironic, but he's kind of similar to me. He's going to take what you give him. He's not going to force anything. He'll run the ball if the run looks are there. He'll throw the ball. I mean, it's kind of a mirror of our offense in a sense. They do a lot of RPOs, a lot of H-back stuff. So it's pretty similar stuff to what we do. So we're just going to have to make sure we're gap sound and make sure we're in the right spots and we tackle well.
On the defensive side of the ball for them, what are you going to see out of them on Friday night?
So Coach Taylor, defense coordinator for them, coaching me at Southport. He's an aggressive guy. They'll play their 4-3 with kind of a cover 4, cover 2 look behind it. He's not afraid to bring the heat. He'll bring it from safeties, corners, wherever. I expect him to be himself, and they'll be fundamentally sound. They'll do a good job, but he'll bring the heat every once in a while.
How does that help or hurt in the preparation with you two knowing each other? Does it matter?
I don't know that it matters. You try and take that out of it a little bit and just kind of go off tendencies and go off of what you're seeing on film. Obviously, he knows certain things I like to do. I know certain things he likes to do, and that'll be in the back of each of our minds. But at the end of the day, our team, when we coach each other, our teams at Southport aren't the same of what we're coaching now. So
you look at the tendencies, things that each other likes to do. What are going to be important? The keys to the game coming up on Friday night.
It's same as always. Take care of the ball and tackle on defense. If we do those two things, I feel like we'll be in good shape. Turnovers have been kind of our bugaboo on offense, if you will, and I feel like tackling's been something that we've hung our hat on. Greenwood, I thought we tackled pretty well. Decatur, I didn't think we tackled very well. So I think if we're doing those two things, I think we can give ourselves a chance.
All right, Coach, we appreciate you joining us as always. Good luck on Friday night.
Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
That's Artesian head coach Brian Duggar here inside Martinsville football. Coming up Friday night, it's the homecoming matchup, Martinsville and the Franklin Grizzly Cubs in a mid-state conference showdown out at Ciderwoods Field. Coming up, kickoff 7 o'clock. Get out there, support the Artesians. If you can't make it, we will have the live stream for you on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel and IHSAA TV. As always, I'd like to thank the head coach Brian Duggar for coming in. For Coach Duggar, along with Levi Suter, Devin Brenner, Cole Meyer, and Silas McFarland, who all helped produce it. I'm Eric Meyer. We'll see you again next time inside Martinsville football.